What up, my peeps? It's your Knuckle Big Rucker. I'm coming at you once again with another Marvel Legends action figure review. This one courtesy of the Marvel Studios. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, even though it's not saying so on the packaging. Rintrah Build-A-Figure Wave Astral Form, Doctor Strange. Bringing up the rear as I stated because this is the last figure that I need to review. But it's not the last review. With this acquisition, we'll be able to piece together, we'll be able to build Rintrah and see what that's all about. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. That's not coming until later. Next, I should say. But right now, what we're going to talk about is this figure right here. As I stated, it does, the logo says Marvel Studios Doctor Strange. And that's about the size of it. It isn't saying that it's from the Multiverse of Madness, and judging from the costume, we'll have to take a closer look, but I'm betting that this astral form is based on Doctor Strange's appearance in his first movie, but we'll see when we get him out of packaging. Speaking of that packaging, you can clearly see the figure and the accessories, as well as the Build-A-Figure, and it says Legend Series. You've got Doctor Strange, that's it. Now, no in the Multiverse of Madness as part of the logo at all. Got Rintrah as the Build-A-Figure. You've got some artwork there. I guess that's supposed to be trying to capture Doc in his astral form. The same is going to be on the other side. And we've got more of it. Once again, this is a better depiction. And I'm assuming he's supposed to be in his astral form. I'm looking at those gloves. I don't recall that, but hey, we'll see when we get him out of the packaging. Below that, we've got the figures of this wave, including the 6 needed to build Rintrah, which is to our left. And we, of course, have the read-up, which is Doctor Strange. Seeking mastery of the mystic arts, Stephen Strange soon learns to project his astral form into the physical world. So just on that alone, learns to do so. Yeah, that's taken from the first movie. So anyway, spinning back around, like I said, we had that artwork there on the other side. We've got the Doc Strange logo at the top. And of course, we've got our ever-present legalese at the bottom. So now that we've done all of that, without further ado, let's get Doc out of his packaging. Astral Form Doc comes with the head needed to build Rintrah. Looks pretty good, but we won't get into that now. We will do a detailed inspection when it's time to put him together. Astral Form Doctor Strange also comes with a second pair of hands. These are gripping hands. And I don't know what he has to grip, but hey, we'll take whatever accessories we can get, right? Astral Form Doctor Strange also comes with the Eye of Agamotto, which houses the Time Stone, and in this incarnation of Doc, he is housing that Time Stone. Bringing up the rear is this Alibaba genie lamp. It's got to be for Rintrah because I know this wasn't in the first movie. So I guess we'll see when the movie comes out. So here we have Doc Strange in his astral form on our rotating platter, giving you a 360 view. And I can tell you right off the bat, looking at him, this is definitely an improvement upon our first astral version of this fig from the first Doctor Strange wave. But we will compare later down the line. It's truly translucent, yet it still has color, similar to how Doctor Strange appeared in his astral form in the movie itself. It was you could see it was like he was there but wasn't there. He wasn't necessarily ghost-like. It was almost as though he were intangible. I hope they one day we get a version of the Vision similar to something like this. That'll be great. But we're talking about Doc Strange right now, so let's get him off of the turntable and take a closer look at him. Here we have Doctor Strange in his astral form up close and personal. And looking at the head sculpt, you can see Benedict Cumberbatch in there, but it definitely isn't as good as the full physical form Doctor Strange that we also have in this wave. Definitely not as good as the No Way Home version of Doctor Strange, but it does have his likeness. It looks really pale, like it's supposed to, but there's some Doc in there. You can see it. Looking at the sides, he even manages to they've ported over the gray at the temples for this version of him, which is cool. His hair is a lighter shade of brown than on the regular version, if you will. Going down the body, you can see it's translucent, it's blue, and he's got the belt with the buckle, and that's totally transparent and clear. The belt is it starts off like a light charcoal gray, and it blends and melts into clear. And he has his sling ring there. I think you can see that. And going down his arms, you can see that he's got the wrappings, and they're also in a kind of translucent plastic. Same with the other side there. Going down, you see his the robe, or whatever you want to call his attire. It's got that blue translucent. The same thing as I pull away, so you can see the legs, translucent with the pant legs. The boots, translucent, looking pretty spiffy there in all its translucent glory. Going down the back of the belt, you got the same thing, so that's cool. And like I said, the back of the head, you got there, it's a little lighter shade of that brown. And there you have it as far as our Doc is concerned. When it comes to articulation, Doc's head is on a dumbbell joint, so he can go down not too far, only about that much going down. Going up, only about that much. He can go left to right, actually do a full 360, and because it's on that dumbbell, you are getting some attitude there. His arms, he can do a 90 with it. He can do a 360. He's got a bicep swivel. He's got double jointed, if I can get it to work. There it is. Double jointed pinless elbows. That's cool. Gotta love that. He's got a wrist swivel and hinge. As far as his ab articulation, he's got the diaphragm joint, so he can go forward, not too much, about that far. You can get him a little bit further, but it wants to snap back up. He can go back an equal amount, so it's not really all that good. You can get some decent lean with it, rock with it, and of course the rotation. You're going to get all of your articulation at this joint right here. Because of the robe, he's not going to get much in the way of spreading out his hips. He can get it, that makes it difficult because of it, but probably about that much in terms of getting his legs out. He does have a thigh cut in there. He's got double jointed knees. They are pinned. You're not going to get too much with it. Nothing with the boots there. Or am I wrong? Nope, there's nothing with the boots there. He can point his toe that far forward, that far back. He does have an ankle rocker and holes at the bottom of his feet. Here's Doc with his amulet, his Eye of Agamotto, aka the Time Stone, along with his second set of hands. And I'm not going to pose him with the Alibaba Genie lamp because I honestly believe that's meant for Rintrah. Here's our current Astral Doctor Strange next to the previous one from our first Doctor Strange wave. And you can see definitely night and day. When they came out with the Astral version last time, it was just in a pearl white, trying to simulate him being in his astral form. This is leaps and bounds better. with our current version, it looks a whole lot more like what we saw in that original film, and like what I anticipate we'll see in a different costume, of course, in the next film. And speaking of that, if you look at the costume, you have to look kind of carefully, but it is, as we thought, it's based on the original film, our new Astral Doc Strange is, and that's what it was meant for. I'm still curious as to why they went that route. I'm quite sure he's going to go Astral in the upcoming film, but hey, it is what it is. Taking a measurement for our astral form Doctor Strange, we've got him at, it's looking like it's just a little bit over 6 inches tall, a little less than 6 1/4, and that translates into centimeters, just slightly over 15. Here's our astral form Doctor Strange next to Master Mordo, who I just recently reviewed. And here he is next to one of the 2 comic-based figures in this wave. We're talking about Despair. Next up, we've got Astral Form Doc Strange with America Chavez, a castmate. And now we have him next to the other comic-based character in this wave. We've got Sleepwalker. Next up is Wong. And bringing up the rear, we've got the man in physical form himself, Doctor Strange. So to sum it all up, the Marvel Legends Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness Rintrah Wave Doctor Strange Astral Form figure is a very decent, very good upgrade to our previous version of the Astral Form of Doctor Strange. Definitely looks closer to what we saw in the first movie, and not just some pearl white attempt at an astral form. The translucent plastics, both in the arms and on the torso and legs, where they definitely changed. The arms are more clear than the torso, which is still a nice blue translucent, is as spot on as I think you're going to get to an astral form in plastic form. The head sculpt is a very decent representation of Benedict Cumberbatch. It does look like him, even though it's probably because it is supposed to be astral. It's not the best photo reel that we're going to get, but it is very passable. It is a serviceable head sculpt. The entire figure is serviceable, and if you want to switch out your astral form Doctor Strange as well, this is the time, the place, and definitely the figure to do it with. So that about sums up this review. I want to thank you guys for rocking with me. Definitely, I need you to remember to like, to share, and to subscribe, and remember to smash the bell so you can be notified when I upload another video. And the next video is going to be that of the Build-A-Figure itself, Rintrah. So be tuned in for that. And we'll also rate the wave as a whole from top to bottom. So once again, please like, please share, please subscribe, please smash that bell, and you will be notified when I upload another video. Until the next time, my peeps, remember, the hunt continues, and I'm out. Peace.